like a match to a flame.
Egypt is the worst country in the Arab world for women's rights, according to a new poll. Sexual harassment, high rates of female genital mutilation and a surge in violence and conservative Islamist groups contributed to the result after a survey of more than 22 Arab countries was undertaken by 330 gender experts. Women have become one of the biggest losers of the Arab Spring since it started 3 years ago. In Egypt, 99.3% of women and girls are subject to sexual harassment and 91% are subject to genital mutilation, according to two separate reports by the UN and UNICEF. Forced marriage and trafficking is also endemic. The election of Islamist-backed Muslim Brotherhood leader Mohamed Morsi was a blow for women in Egypt who played a major role in the country leading up to the Egyptian revolution in 2011. After Egypt, Iraq was the second worst country for women's rights, followed by Saudi Arabia, Syria and Yemen. The Palestinian territories came 8th out of 22. Experts said Israeli restrictions on movement have severe consequences for Palestinian women. Half of all women in Gaza City experienced domestic violence in 2011, and only 17% of women are employed despite the literacy rate of 93%. In Iraq, women's rights have got worse since the US-led invasion in 2003 to overthrow Saddam Hussein. Domestic abuse and prostitution have increased, illiteracy has soared, and 10% of women have been left widowed. Saudi Arabia's guardianship system forbids women from working, travelling abroad, opening a bank account, or enrolling in higher education without permission from a male relative. They are also banned from driving, although some have recently defied the order. In Syria, forces loyal to President Bashar al-Assad have raped and tortured women while also being deprived of their rights by hardline extremists in rebel-held areas. The Comoros Islands off the southeast coast of Africa came top in the survey conducted by Thomson Reuters Foundation.
In Saudi Arabia, when they turn the clocks back, they turn them back to the 18th century. According to the laws there, women aren't allowed to have a driver's license. That is crazy. Next, you're going to tell me you can't be gay in Russia or something like that. That is... I like to give people the benefit of the doubt, so I assume there must be a good reason why only Saudi men can drive, like the cars run on Axe body spray or the streets are paved with Steven Seagal movies or something like that. That's not the reason. Here's what a sheikh said about why women shouldn't drive. It said, medical studies show that driving automatically affects the ovaries and pushes the pelvis upwards. Driving hurts your ovary? You're driving wrong. You're doing something wrong. That shouldn't happen. But the reason I'm telling you about this is because something good happened. It's pretty incredible. Last week, a group of women took a stand against the ban and started driving in Saudi Arabia.
The first Arab woman to win the Nobel Peace Prize.
Freedom of speech is the door to democracy and justice. Now our women are the leaders.
مش فقط قائدة في العمل السياسي، هي قائدة في أصعب يعني مراحل أو مجالات العمل السياسي، وهي قائدة في الثورة، هي ثائرة.
Not only political leaders, but also leaders that lead in every single front, and they are part of the main leaders of the revolution.
لهذا تجديد الحكام يخافوا من النساء.
And therefore you can see that the rulers are afraid from women.
Say I remember when you used to sit in the family car, but backseat. Ovaries are safe and well, so you can make lots and lots of babies. Good friends we've had and good friends we've lost on the highway. In this bright future, you can't forget your past. So put your car